My name is Billy, and I started YouTube about a year ago. Started off singing the Christmas Truths by Sabaton, just blatantly singing it because it was out at the time, brand new. And then on New Year's, I sang Father Time Where Are You Now by Majestica, and then I kind of stopped. So, let's pick up from there, shall we? Hey YouTube, it's been a while. Let's talk about it. Another thing that caused me not to post videos or to make them was I was dealing with my own bad mental health and a lot of realized trauma. I've always had poor mental health, dealing with depression from a very young age. Stuff that they thought was bipolar disorder turns out it was actually autism. And then a lot of undiagnosed trauma too. And talking through to a therapist before, back starting in September. I've been through a lot. I am an abuse survivor. I've survived so much in my life that a stereotypical 23-year-old should not have gone through. And with that being said, 2022 was my lowest year. I've had low years before, but that was my lowest year. Because finally realizing the trauma, finally starting to work through it, and finally being, hey, you know, I have to deal with this on my own. Plus, I never got to grieve my dad's death. I had 2 weeks of grieving, and then I was the one being the grown-up to my own mother. And that is still hard for me because a lot of stuff was said, a lot of stuff has happened this year between me and my mom. Reason why I'm not at home anymore is because of some of the stuff that happened this year between me and her. And some of the stuff I realized from my childhood that happened between me and her. And for the first time in 23 years, I feel free. I'm not constantly mentally breaking down due to stress because of everything. Granted, I honestly just set up a therapy appointment right before filming this, so I can actually get help with where I moved to. But there was a lot I had to deal with mentally, and that put strain on a few friendships of mine. I did end up getting kicked out of a friend group that I was friends with those people for 10 plus years because of the fact that, well, it was kind of a dual thing. I didn't know what to do. I'm a child, basically. I'm 23. I get it. I was one of the youngest members in the group. Was the youngest member in the group. Then someone who just turned 21 this year, 2023, joined the group as well. And they kind of called me on some bullshit, which I'm grateful for, but also at the same time, they betrayed my trust. They hurt me when I needed them the most. And at the end of the day, I'm learning to just say fuck them, screw them, and I'm learning just to live my life the best way I can. I don't blame them for leaving, but at the same time, I went through a lot of shit because of a few people. and they actually went to go visit that one person who put me through a lot to make sure that they were okay, and they never reached out to me. I've also had 2 other people who I thought were friends betray my trust. One of them was basically semi my fault, but also this person sent family members and death threats to me. Not cool. The other person was a person who I thought was my sister. She was planning to get me out and everything. Then she pulled some crap saying I called the police on her. I got her deported out of the country, even though her paperwork was legal. Making a whole big deal out of it, and I didn't do that. I didn't call any police. I didn't want anyone to know I was leaving. But she did that. And that's when I realized I'm the only one who could get me out of what I had to go through. It was hard losing a lot of my friend groups this year. However, I did make a few good ones, and I finally met a few great ones this year. I did meet a few amazing people, especially on New Year's. However, I'm going to start with one of the first ones I met here. His name was Dave. Very nice dude. Friend of the person I'm living with now. Very cool dude. Him and I have been messing back and forth. I've met the people that I'm living with, his family. I actually, before I even moved, I got to meet one of the friends that I've been meaning to meet for the longest time. Cass, she is so amazing. We finally got to meet at a Sabaton concert and, like, go jam out to the front of the band, which, by the way, one of them recognized me. I think a few of them did. But either way, I screamed his name, he pointed at me, he waved and everything. Tommy is fucking amazing. I didn't get to meet him in person fully, but I now officially can say I've seen Sabaton in 2 different countries. So, 2 different tours too. I got to befriend some very cool musicians as well. I got to meet a lot of friends who I didn't know I was going to meet, but I did, and I've absolutely loved them. They're pretty awesome. Definitely have to say though, like, meeting them in person and then being invited out to Australia Day with them and all of that, just amazing. I got to meet some of the Discord friends that I've made who are in Australia as well. That was fun. I absolutely love that. A few people keep mentioning is Muttley from Twitch. He is a friend of mine. We have a love-hate relationship. We wrestled on New Year's Eve and I messed up my leg with that one. I got to meet Crystal. She's an amazing friend of mine now. We talk on a semi-regular basis. I got to meet so many friends from my Discords. Granted, I did move farther away from my other friends on Discord. We're now on the opposite time zones. Not 6 hours apart, we're like 12, 13 time zone wise, but I still talk to them, try to hang out with them the best I could. I got to meet a lot of amazing people just in the 2 months that I moved over here. And it's been great. I've thrived mentally, I've thrived physically, I've lost a lot of weight. I did end up cutting my hair because it got too matted, but I've been thriving. and it's definitely thanks to those friends. There is one friend, no longer a friend, that I need to address and talk about. His name is Liam. I met Liam at the end of December 2022. Mid-December 2022. Over on TikTok. Him and I became fast friends, and when my dad was in the hospital and when my dad died, he was the one to make sure I was eating. He was the one to make sure I went to bed. He was the one who helped me get through it the most. He has been there for me since everything. Since the moment I met him, him and I have been like this. Very fucking close. He definitely has been a rock in my life. He came in my life when I needed him the most, and he's planning to stick around for the rest of my life. And I wouldn't be where I am, healing mentally and physically, being actually okay with love and stuff, and actually feeling that love that I never really experienced. He was the one that gave that to me. He is such a fucking sweetheart. He's been through a lot. I've been through a lot. But we are both getting through it together. The hard days, the good days, the bad days, the worst days, the best days. He has been helping me through it, and he is just an amazing person. And I absolutely love him to death. He has been nothing but nice and sweet to me. And I'm so glad I finally found that for myself. Because I still think, but I'm learning to get better with it. I still think sometimes I am less than dirt from how I was raised. I sometimes feel that. He reminds me so constantly that I'm not. That I am worth something. That I am worthy of love and stuff. He gave me a home. He is my home. Okay, that was so sappy. I'm so sorry you guys had to deal with that, but that was so sappy. But it's true. But also very, very, very sappy and cheesy. The biggest thing that happened to me this year, other than my dad passing away, was that I moved. I took a chance, packed about 3 different bags, and I moved from the United States, the state of New Jersey. I moved from there, and then 31 hours later, I arrived in Australia, and now I'm living my life in Australia. Granted, work visas have been horrible to get. I got promised one by a boss. That boss lied. He never put any of my paperwork through, and we found out at the beginning of December, and now it is now January. So I'm trying to get all of my paperwork done. I'm calling offices left and right to get myself a work visa so I can fully work full-time with a work sponsorship visa down here, which I do have HR behind my back doing. I just need to finish up and call the migration lawyer's office to be like, hey, I have some questions about this. Can you help me walk me through some of this process? This is my first time applying for this kind of stuff. And that is what my whole week is going to look like for the rest of this week. But living here, everyone is so much nicer. I feel a lot safer walking out at anywhere, dressed up as anything. I feel safe walking. which is something I've felt for the first time in a long time, just feeling safe walking places by myself. Because if you don't know, in the States, it's not safe to be a female anymore. Or female presenting. A lot of stuff can go wrong. However, I'm no longer in the States. I am living in Australia, and it's been nothing but great. The people here are nice. I've had nothing but great experiences in my life with this. Granted, it's a different type of heat, and I can actually survive in this heat because I haven't passed out yet. Other than maybe at a music festival, but that's also like a music festival. But I haven't passed out from the heat. It's a dry heat, it's not humid. And it's been nothing but great here. I want to thank you guys for sticking by me this year, even though I have been absent. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking with me through this year, 2022. How about we make 2023 better for all of us? I know a lot of stuff went down and a lot of stuff has happened. However, 2023 will always be better. Let's hold on to that hope, guys, please. Also, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep me updates with me. I'll try to post every Sunday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, except for this little video. This will be most likely Monday, Tuesday for this time. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which is the time zone I am. I really don't know what I have planned for this YouTube channel, but I'm gonna stick with it. Even if it's just like weekly vlogs. I know at least this Sunday's video is gonna be me telling stories about my dad with my partner. And that one is going to be filled with tears, it's going to be filled with love, it's going to be filled with laughter. It's going to be a weird video. But it still will be a good one. So please stick with me for it. You all have a fantastic and lovely day. I will see you in the next video, my little goats. Because that is what I'm calling you now. My name is Billy Goat Hansen, and I'll see you next video, goats. Bye. So, at the beginning of 2020, I lost my dad due to COVID complications. He went into total organ failure, and unfortunately he did pass away. I kind of lost a lot of motivation at that time to do stuff, to do things that I loved, singing, a lot of other stuff. I lost one of the most important men in my life that day. And it's taken a lot just to actually be here still without him. Like, my dad was my rock in my life. And on the 8th of January, I lost that rock in my life. He was an amazing man. He taught me how to be tough. He taught me that love can be tough, but also love can be so rewarding. He taught me how to fire a gun, which sounds very, like, stereotypical American, but he taught me a lot of life lessons, and, quite frankly, he made me the person I am today, to be as strong as I am, to get out of certain stuff and situations, and to live on past pain. He taught me how to do that, and I'm very thankful for my time with him. He was my rock, 110%. And I love him so much, and I miss him every single day.